About 1.5 years ago, I was told by my advisor, Mr. Advent at the time, to make my own research question for my PDP paper that was assigned to us when we were grade 11. And he said that we should make our own PDP research question, right? And then I have a few, and I don't really, not knowing that actually I'm here today to be presenting to this to all of you. I have 2 questions that I want to ask before starting. Have you ever wondered what the world would be like without any pollution? Or have you ever noticed that what you do in your daily life actually impacts what the pollution will be like? So, good morning. Hi, Ms. Joyce. Hi, Mr. Advent, my beloved parents, and also my friends. Thank you all for sparing your time to be seeing my presentation, my speech today for this PDP research. Before we begin, of course, every speech needs an introduction. So hi, my name is Estee, and I'll be presenting to you the research that I've done for 1.5 years ago. So let's start by wrapping our heads with what is actually meant by pollution. Well, according to nationalgeographic.org, they say that pollution is the infiltration of harmful materials into the environment. If you don't really understand what that means, well, pollution is basically when harmful substances are spread into our environment. There are a lot of types of pollution, but in this case, I'm going to only discuss 3: air, water, and land pollution. What is air pollution? Air pollution is the harmful substances that are toxic gases that invades the air that we breathe, and it's very unhealthy for us. Not only for us, but also for our planet. As you can see, climate changes or even acid rain, that's the cause of air pollution. For water pollution, it's basically the same, but it's in different area, which is in bodies of water, like lakes, lands, or even seas. When factories, usually factories throw away their trash, it causes water pollution, and it's bad for the living things in the water or even around the water, like us humans. For land pollution, it's basically dumping trash and also waste onto the land, which is also very bad for us. So, but the question here is that how enormous is the MSCS senior high family's contribution to pollution? The problem here, by the Energy Policy Institute, or you can say at EPIC, they said that there has been an increase in fine pollutants in Jakarta for the last 10 years, and also its surroundings by 30%. That's Jakarta, but what about us? What about senior high MSCS? Well, that will be discussed right here and now. You may be wondering what kind of methods or procedures that I did to make this research happen. Well, first things first, I need to gather some data, and by that I used 2 types of questions. They are quantitative and also qualitative data. For quantitative data, it's basically giving out Google Forms, or you can say it as questionnaires to my targets, which is staffs, teachers, and also students of MSCS Senior High. I got a total of 75 respondents. And for qualitative data, it's basically in an interview with experts, which I did with 2 experts, which is Pak Wanchiko and Mr. Daniel from MSCS. From the data that I got, it said that a majority of MSCS Senior High uses cars and motorcycles in a daily basis. And that makes sense because the economy status for MSCS Senior High is between middle to upper economy class. And for the bicycle usage and also the walking from place to place is very low. So yeah, that is what the data said. I also tested the habits of senior high MSCS, their habits of throwing trash in the trash bins and also reusing plastic bottles, and what they prefer to use when shopping. The data said that 84% of them already has a good habit of throwing trash in the right place, and they sometimes reuse plastic bottles, and almost half of them prefer to use shopping bags, like fabric shopping bags, rather than plastic ones. So every problem, of course, needs a solution, and for this, I chose vertical gardens. So if you don't know what vertical garden is, I have a visual right here, as you can see. It's basically, this picture right here. And if you are wondering what's the usage of it, well, vertical gardens can improve the air quality and also decrease the air temperature that we live in the area. And as you can know, Surabaya is very, very hot. You can agree with me, right? Okay, so from the data that I got, Practical Gardens, MSU senior high people don't really understand or don't really are familiar with the solution that I gave, because yeah, they don't really know what the usage are of the Practical Gardens. And for the experts' answers from Patwarsito, which is who's responsible for the compost house, said that Practical Gardens may be a good solution for us, and it's already implanted in 30% of Surabaya. For Mr. Daniel, he has a different opinion. He said that it won't be necessary to put it here because we lack of space in Fusion Building. And it won't be a big of a problem if you don't use vertical gardens. So the conclusion from here that I can get is that MSCS contributed in air pollution because we use vehicles like cars and motorcycles, but they already have a good habit of reducing plastic pollution. And then vertical gardens may not be the best solution for us, but therefore we can overcome it by using, minimizing the use of our private vehicles or even using public vehicles that is provided by the government. There are 3 things that we can do if we want to make a change for us. Is contribute, initiate, and raise awareness. That is all from me. Thank you and God bless you.